around them. You don't want your relationship with God to be like that. Okay, so he said, this is why we're writing these things. So now we're going to get into, that's just some backdrop, some background information of First John. Now let's get into some good stuff. First John, verse 1, chapter 1, verse 5. Look at what it says. This is the message we have heard from him and declare to you. God is light. All right, so I want to give you an outline for 1 John chapter 1, verse 4 through 10. And the outline is, I want you to write it down. God is light. That's what we're about to talk about tonight. That is our subject for tonight. God is light. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, write that in for us tonight. You participating as well. God is light. Okay? Now I'm going to explain this, but I want to go ahead and go to verse 6. In verse 6 he says, if we say that we have fellowship with him, if we say we have partnership with him, if we say we are sharing with him, if we say we have intimacy with him, listen at this, and walk in darkness, we lie and do not know the truth. Okay? So listen at this. John says, if you want to have fellowship with God, if you want to have intimacy with God, you have got to know God as light. Okay? All right? First off, why is this important? All of us, I think, I'll say this, I think that one of the most dangerous things in life is to not know God in certain ways. I think that's one of the most dangerous things in life, to not see God in a certain way. And so, what do we mean by that? What do we mean by this? If we're going to be able to succeed God's way, you've got to have the proper view of God, okay? And so I want you to write this down. The way you see God will affect how you see everything else. The way you see God will affect the way you see everything else. If you don't see God right, you will see nothing else right. You can't even see your situation right if you don't see God right. When problems start to come in your life, when you don't have the proper perspective, the proper point of view of who God is, you will be on the verge of giving up. You will be on the verge of quitting. You will be on the verge of throwing in the towel. You will make yourself sick with stress and worry, all because, not because you're not only looking at your situation in the right viewpoint, but you're looking at God in the wrong viewpoint. And so we've got to make sure. So this is just our foundation right now. And we're going to see where John is heading with this. This is why many of you have heard me say this before, but I think that one of the saddest scriptures in the whole Bible, you know, it's not Jesus wept. Well, I say Jesus wept. It's not Jesus wept. It's Mark chapter 6, verse 5.